But being that, we're going to New Year, okay? It's 2022 now. We're in the future. We're essentially living in the future. I mean, remember all the Back to the Future movies? Remember the Total Recall? All these movies, excuse me, all these movies that were like based in the future, they're all based like now. We're literally in the future. We're in the Jetsons age. And listen, I'm not trying to put on a tinfoil hat here with with shit, but I want to talk about some future stuff. Okay, we're going to talk about some future stuff this episode because I truly believe a lot of this stuff is the future. I'll give you my opinions on everything. I think a lot of DJs are going to sleep on this, so I want to try and maybe convince you otherwise because I think it could really help you financially in the future. And, and it's a very interesting topic. It's interesting stuff to talk about. So let's put on our tinfoil hats, all right? And let's talk about some crazy shit. Let's start with this. Who here is accepting crypto as payment yet? Now, crypto is short for cryptocurrency, okay? So crypto is short for cryptocurrency. It essentially is, right, a decentralized, we'll read the definition, okay? A digital currency in which transactions are verified and records maintained by a decentralized system using cryptography, rather than by a centralized authority like a bank, okay? So if you don't know, so what cryptocurrency, it's essentially a different way to pay. It's decentralized. Instead of being on one big computer server, it is a blockchain that is basically a big combination of a bajillion different computers. Everybody's computer is part of this blockchain. So there's no one centralized location. So it's decentralized. So you can't regulate it. The people can't come after you for like the government can't ask you to pay tax on it yet. Like there's all these like crazy variables about it. And it's also, kind of like a stock, right? Like Bitcoin stuff, because like the price, the value of it goes up and down. So it's variable in that way. But accepting crypto as a payment can be kind of weird, kind of scary for a lot of people. And I think that is something you might want to consider in the future, actually now, because it can greatly, greatly help you, okay? In a couple different ways. Number one, when you accept it, you're going to be more forward-thinking looking company, right? You're going to be more cutting edge. A lot of people are really into this. A lot of people have, especially people in our wedding market, like our wedding, basically like 25 to 35-ish, right? People, like most of them, a lot of them are putting a lot of money into crypto. Some people have almost all their money in crypto now. That's where they kind of have it all tied up. There is absolutely no way that we didn't do a wedding last year where like a bride or a groom basically had to sell crypto to pay off our bill. There's no way that didn't happen. We might not have known it, but it definitely happened. It's just a part of life now, okay? It's crazy. People are going in droves and putting their money in this stuff. So I think accepting crypto makes payments easier. And you will actually gain business from that because there's a lot of people that are probably looking at wedding vendors and like, wow, that's a big plus. They'll accept my Bitcoin as a payment. They'll accept my Ethereum as a payment. That's a big plus, okay? Number two is the fees. Accepting crypto right now is like 0 to 1%, depending on what service you're using and all kinds of other variables. Very low fees though, okay? We all know credit cards are charging upwards of what, 3, 4, 5%? Now, especially for like Discover and American Express, it's very expensive to process credit cards. A lot of us do credit card fees on top of it as a result. So then we end up just, taking most of our payments in checks and cash and all that. This kind of avoids all that. Okay. You don't have to worry about the fees. You don't have to, it's way, 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 way cheaper. And a big thing a lot of people are saying too, when it comes to, like cryptocurrency in general, it's like, well, it's a huge risk, like, well, why would I accept Bitcoin in payment when Bitcoin can be super volatile? And I will say I've seen Bitcoin literally drop 25% in value in a day or two. Like it can be crazy volatile because it's still early, right? But to that, I'll say this. Number one, You accept US dollars, if you're in the United States, that is. You accept US dollars as payment. That's not volatile. Pretty volatile nowadays, okay? Matter of fact, US dollars are only going down in value. That's it. Not going up at all. Not anytime soon, not predicted anytime soon, okay? That's what inflation is. The dollar is losing value every day. Anybody who keeps money in the bank, that just has money in the bank, you are losing money every single day. Our whole inflation, I think it's like it devalued like what, 4% or 5%, I think this year alone. It's crazy. So a lot of people are looking at other investments in general, so accepting money, Bitcoin, it's all kind of a risk. If anything, Bitcoin has way more upside because Bitcoin or Ethereum, they're all going to the moon. They're all constantly going up. They've had thousands of percents of increases in the last couple of years, whereas like the dollar just slow and steadily decreases. And as they print more money, it's only going to decrease, right? If anything, there's more upside because they're going up with Bitcoin, because Ethereum's going up so high. And because a lot of the rules are changing with taxing. I'm sure you've noticed that like Venmo and like PayPal and all these, if you sell on like Mercari or eBay, you have to fill out 1099s now. Like everything over $600 just with regular, like, peer-to-peer, if I Venmo you something, Apple Pay you something, that's all you have to be 1099 for that now, where it wasn't a thing. So as a result, whether you agree, some people like to avoid paying taxes. Some people, are super upfront and, claim everything or whatever side you're on. Regardless, there's going to be a huge drove of people that are going to switch from doing business through that to doing business through crypto so they don't have to pay the taxes. Think about somebody who flips things, right? Think about somebody who buys Pokemon cards at a yard sale and then goes and flips it on eBay. Well, now they have to pay tax on what they're flipping. So a lot of times if you're paying what, 20, 30% like income tax on the income you're making from selling on eBay, that's all your profits. So it doesn't make sense. Like the whole flipping industry, people selling, like buying something, selling something, that whole like kind of, that whole thing is going to be flipped upside down. They're going to either need to switch to all cash or they're going to have to go crypto or something like that. Like I think so many things, as things get more regulated, people are going to flock to the decentralized world of crypto, and it's only going to go up. So accepting, crypto and payment now, that payment's going to be worth a lot more in the future. So it just makes sense. And it's also very, very easy to integrate. Okay. So wallets are available. Basically, to accept crypto, you need to get a wallet. And you can get a wallet through different services. Coinbase, PayPal has an option now, BitPay. I recommend, it depends on who hosts your website, how your website's built. If you have like a WordPress website, if you have like like Squarespace, however you use your website, you would want to use the wallet that best integrates for your system. So they're going to have like different, what are they called when you integrate in the website? I can't think of the name now. Shit. The plugin, like they're going to have plugins, right? So you're going to look at what services has plugins for your website and stuff, and you kind of make a wallet attached to your business, and then that's it. They'll have an option right there on the same payment page you accept. You can accept the crypto payment. So it's pretty easy, I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's something you really should consider. Companies like Microsoft and Whole Foods are already accepting crypto. More and more are coming. I mean, we know like Tesla started accepting crypto and Doge and all that. The Dallas Mavericks, the whole stadium accepts Dogecoin, I think. So, it's not like it's just some crazy people accepting it. There's big companies as well that are like adapting to it. Who knows what the whole future is going to hold? All I know is I would get in early. I would start accepting early. And even if you don't invest in crypto or nothing, if you accept crypto as a payment and you just hold on to what that is, you can make a lot of money just off that. Or transfer to the bank if you need it, whatever. But just don't sleep on this, DJs, okay? Don't sleep on this. Look into it. Don't take my word for it. I'm no financial expert. This is all I Googled all this shit, okay? I literally just Google and research this shit and figure out my own opinions. That's all I do with everything. So do the same for you. Figure out your own opinion, but just look into this. Trust me. I wanted to talk about this on the show because I just think that, hopefully someone hears this and then does their own research and is even smarter than me and figures out other things that I don't even know. And you can literally become very, very wealthy off this, like by taking the right steps and kind of learning about all this. So Peace.